All right, so if you have low back tightness and you're about to work out and you're saying, oh my God, my back is a wrench, this is exactly what you need to do. You need to grab a foam roller and foam roll that IT band that goes from the hip, outside the hip to outside the knee. 60 seconds on each leg would suffice, and work diligently and progressively to get everything from the top to the bottom of that portion of your leg. Obviously hit both sides. Moving on, you're going to hit, again, you're going to foam roll the glutes and all the hip rotators. So basically every part of the glute muscle, the three parts, and then you're going to hit outside the hip, everything that rotates the hip towards the outside. So you're going to lean more towards that outside and work diligently, hit both sides. Same thing, about 60 seconds per side. And it is not pleasant all the time, but it must be done for longevity and health. So, moving forward, all you need to do is grab some type of hard surface ball. A lacrosse ball is perfect, a baseball, and what you're going to do is find trigger points or specific spots that hurt in that glute area. You want to kind of move and rotate on top of that. Again, it is not pleasant. You're going to move towards that outside of the hip and you're going to break up all that junk that might be in there, limiting movement within that tissue. Of course, you're going to hit both sides. Again, this isn't for the squeamish. I say practice safely and understand that it's going to hurt a little bit, but it's for your overall good health. So again, with that ball, you're going to hit the outside of the hip, those external rotators, all those hip flexors. And again, you're going to stay on top of that spot, hit both sides pretty precisely, and shop around and find if anything's wrong. Moving on, now you're going to mobilize the hip. So you're going to go with what are called fire hydrants, 8 forward. Use your knee as a pencil and imagine you're drawing an imaginary circle. Your knee is a pencil, moving 8 forward, 8 backward on each side. Keep moving, make huge, progressively big circles. If at first you can't move, just keep moving and try to progressively get bigger and bigger. The key to these type of warm-ups and overall recovery workouts is that you need to do them. Period. And you need to stay diligent and continue to practice and putting everything into motion. Moving on, then we're going to mobilize the hip a little bit more. We're just going to bang out 20 regular mountain climbers. Just keep steady push-up position and keep into that. Moving forward, we're going to go into roll backs into V-sits. Just roll back however you feel comfortable, then progressively reach forward and forward. You could pick a spot to hit to. Pick a spot on the floor, kind of reach further and further. You're going to hit this for 10 repetitions. So we're going to keep working along, keep moving them hips. Now we're going to work the adductors on the inside. We're going to go with Cossack squats. If you need an assistance, I'm showing a variation here. You could also use or have any kind of pole right in front of you. But the key is that you want to move from side to side. You want to feel this movement in the inside of your legs. That is 8 repetitions on each side. Lastly, we want to statically move that hip and keep that left leg forward. Squeeze that side butt cheek that's on the bench. And you just want to literally keep stretching that section. Obviously, hit both sides. And again, this is for anybody that has a tight lower back and needs some movement in that area.